Welcome to the channel. Today we're working on our getaway bus conversion. Previously, so after tearing this all apart, we were able to put it all back together. We made this box. Oh yeah, that's gonna be cool. Our new water tank just came, and now you can see wood laid out behind me. That means we're finally ready for finish work. I'm starting with stain. We're going to be doing two finishes, stain and paint in the bus. These should be everything that's going to be stained, so we're going to get that out of the way. And then we'll see if we have time to get working on some of the painted features. So it's going to be cool. Now I have this can of blue tinted stain that we bought for a previous project. I have a lot of it left, so I'm going to use it for this project. It's going to look really good. I decided to stain everything that is going to be seeing a lot of wear, like this cubby where stuff is going to be stored, because the stain, I'm going to stain it and seal it, and it's going to be a nice durable surface. Paint is kind of a sticky surface. I don't like paint inside cabinets, so we're not going to paint there. The same thing for these countertop pieces. I just think they're going to look better stained. I think that's just going to make more sense than painting everything. So So I was painting my decorative feature inside the bus. I made this decorative touch, and this is actually functional and decorative, and I really liked it. I made it before thinking of this. Does that clash? Well, priming. And Ashley told me to arch it with the opening that I cut, so we're gonna scrap these, getting rid of that. I'm making a new one. And this one I just got marked out, and it's gonna arch, hopefully look better next to that opening I cut. Trying to decide if I'm happy with it. That's what I did. That's what I'm going for. I'll round this edge. But there's the new shape. The primer is all dry, so we're gonna keep painting. This is going in the shed. This is gonna be gray. We're working on gray paint first and getting all that out of the way. And then, hopefully we get to reveal the new colors for the rest of the bus. A little more exciting than the gray. Okay guys, the moment has finally come where we get to reveal our paint colors. Previously, we revealed our curtains. Can I get those?
Yeah.
Well, our curtain fabric. This is the fabric we bought for the bus curtains to cover the windows. And we showed this in our unboxing video. If you guys missed that, that's where we revealed this. We love this fabric. It's so fun. It's so tropical. It fits the theme of the bus. We had to get it. Since we're doing these curtains, we wanted the paint to match. So we had a big palette to choose from here. And we picked out two colors that we thought would be good for the panels, the walls, the cabinetry. And here they are.
This one is called Sugar Poppy, and this one is called Aqua Rapids. And these were pretty close to two of the colors in this.
We got this one right here for the pink,
which is like that. And then this lighter color here is like that. And actually, these two colors are pretty close to the outside colors on the bus. So it like all worked out pretty good.
Oddly good.
Yeah, and these look good together.
So here's what happened. I started painting the board inside the bus, this wall here. And as soon as I started painting it, I noticed how bad it was looking. It was not matching the same pink color on the other board inside the shed, and that's because this had a blue primer on it and the other one had a white primer on it. I was afraid of continuing because I didn't know how many coats of the pink it would take to even out, so I stopped. And I decided to just go ahead and reprime it in white so that the base coat would be the same color on all the wood and the pinks would match. So that's what I did. Primed it, waited for that to dry, hit it with the new pink, and it looks much, much better. Now that the bulk of the painting is done and it's looking good, it's time for assembly. I'm so happy I got the painting done while I had a little bit of warmth left. It is so cold today. Alright, it's going to be hard to see, but I more or less have my cubby box installed. That's cool. I got this trim piece on place. Put this together, not screwed in yet. Everything's a puzzle, so I'm just trying to make sure I put it together in the right order. I think right now I have to install the back of the closet right here. So I have this board that's going to be going in here, if I can get it right. Well, you get the point. It's going to be going in here. Since my plywood is going to be coming straight up to this wall, and it's just going to butt up against the wall, I need a way to attach it. So I bought this aluminum channel, and it's a 1/2-inch C-channel. Basically what I'm going to do is I cut it to length. I'm going to screw the C-channel to this metal frame right here, part of the door. So once the aluminum is screwed to the door frame, this is solid to the wall. My plywood can fit right inside that channel, and then I can screw through the side into the plywood, and that'll hold it straight, rigid, and strong. Okay, so I have this screwed into the strut, screwed into this frame. I mean, this feels solid, all part of the bus. It's not going anywhere. Super strong structure, this is what I wanted, and it looks awesome. What a good finish too. The next piece I have to install is actually this one. And this one's kind of an odd piece. Probably going to be hard to understand, but it's going to go right here on the inside of the closet, just like that. I know that seems odd, and then the outside wall goes over it, but this is going to act as a stiffener for this wall. Also, it makes the wall deeper because I need to screw it, something here. But also, it's going to highlight a special accent that I did. So let's just try it out and see how it goes. This is coming out good. You guys can see this. I installed this piece sticking up. I put some more trim on the edge to protect the edge of the plywood. All this trim work I'm doing, like this, is J-bead. This white on the bottom is J-bead. That up there is J-bead. And J-bead is literally just drywall channel. It's made for the edges of drywall. Since I'm using 1/2-inch plywood, it works perfectly. Alright, so now we're at the stage of it is a little confusing looking. And it's going to make more sense as we continue, so let's continue. I think I'm going to go ahead and bring in the big pink piece now and install that right there. bringing this in backwards. Well, I can't believe we did it. Whew. Actually, I want to put some trim on this cut edge. I notched out the back corner of this so that when I put it up here, it wouldn't be where the air conditioner is. That's because I wanted an access point for maintenance. I have to be able to take the cover on and off, maintain the unit. By leaving this big corner cut out, you'll see that soon, but I'll be able to come in through the door over here and unscrew the covering and access the unit. I don't want to block it off. So let me trim off. Ooh, thought I was ready. I'm not ready. I got all this capped off the way I wanted it, but when I was just about to put it in place, I remembered my condensation drain was running through the conduit or through the strut right here. So I got to notch out this for that. Wow, this is a good fit. Much better than I expected. Wow guys, this looks so good. I have this whole wall screwed in. It's so strong, but except for here, because obviously there's nothing holding the roof. So I'm going to take this piece of aluminum angle and cut it to length. I'm going to screw it to the back of this board and screw it to the ceiling, and that's going to lock it in so it can't move around. Okay, that's done. Now this wall is getting solid. I got some crazy holes going on here, and you're going to see what all this is for later on, but I had to do some custom work here. It took me a long time to get all the measurements figured out. I got it. Okay. So we got it down there. This pink piece goes up here. So I just got this box installed on the side here. This is the doorway where you come in. This is going to be a little storage cubby. You'll see that later on. But this supports this. We're going to have a 120 outlet here, and I put a 12 volt outlet here. But there's no wires run yet. We got to run those before I close that up too much. I might even have to take this panel back off, but it helps me right now to have it in place. You can see I capped the edges with these metal protectors. That's going to be important to keep this all durable. Don't worry about the screws. I'm not worried about those. I could always touch those up with the pink paint later. Sometimes you just have to have screws. I also screwed it to this metal framing, so this is like extremely solid. This panel, I have it hooked to the toilet. You know, everything else going forward. So right now I'm actually going to be working on the toilet is putting the top on there. Remember the top we cut out? And, well, I brought it in the house and did some shellacking. Check this out. Look how nice that came out. I ended up putting I don't know if you'll see it, but a bevel on the front. Only up to this point. You'll see I left some square edges there. You'll see what that's for later on. But those came out pretty nice. I like that. So this is going to be right here. And if I did this right, it should fit perfectly. Yeah, I'll screw it from the bottom somehow. Before I can go much further with this build, I got to start thinking about wiring and anything that I need to run before it's closed up. I want to get some wires run for the outlet and the 12 volt down here. And that's in case we want to plug in an electric cooler or something else underneath that sink area. So we got to get power run for that, and also start thinking about water lines to the sink, anything that's going to be in the way, because the next thing is literally the big counter that covers the rest of these openings. So I'm going to go ahead and take this ceiling panel down and just look at some of the wiring, get some ideas, and we'll go from there. By the way, did you see this little feature I added? That was a fun little project where I basically cut out the letters, Oasis, that's what Ashley named our bus. Took advantage of this extra panel that I put back here, which was my stiffener. Painted it aqua, and there it is. Look how cool that looks. Anyway, we got that panel down. Now I can see what I'm working with, and it's kind of surprised to see some extra wires up here. I'm going to test these out and see what they go to. Basically, I'm going to be running some lines up here for different things. And yeah, shouldn't be too hard. So I'm just running my 120 line and my 12 volt lines coming down. I'm not going to show too much of the electrical work in this video because I want to save that for another video. After I get this done, I'm going to put my countertop here. And I just don't want to have to do this wiring underneath a cubby where I can't see what I'm doing. So that's the only wiring work I'm going to do today. I'm just excited to get the counter on. You guys got to see it. So I'm just putting some of this split loom tubing on the Romex right here just for a short ways, because there's some sharp metal, some screws. I don't want anything damaging it. That's going to help a lot. So I have both my electrical outlets prepared. This is ready, running this way, and this is all wired up right here. Covered the wires with the loom tubing, and I was actually able to put a Molex connector on here to connect to this wire, which was just in the ceiling. And I traced it back right here. This is it. That's really cool because I can use this, I can tap it into here, into one of the spare fuses, and power up that 12 volt outlet. So that's going to be an easy fix. I also figured out that these are speaker wires, and these just went to the lights and everything that were in there. And now that the wiring is done, I'm going to move on to the counter. That's going to be the last thing I do in this video. I want to get a countertop on here. It's going to be really cool. So let me go get it ready, and I'll show you guys what we got. I think that's a good spot to end. We got the top cut and it fits. It fits so good. So I'm happy that I didn't mess anything up on that, because that would be a pain to have to order a new top. So that was just the test fit. We are going to be pulling the top back out. We're going to be staining the cut edges where I sanded and cut it. And we're going to shellac the whole top, make it all sealed up nice, and then get it installed. So that should all be done by the next time you guys see the bus. We should be working on that soon. Mm-hmm. Made some huge progress, huge steps forward on this part of the build. It's really going to be so fast now, I think, because we got the slow planning out of the way, the slow painting out of the way, the building, the cutting, all that stuff. And really, it's starting to take shape. I know there's still going to be a lot of questions that we'll try to cover. We'll do those when we can and just explain everything. So, thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll be back soon with another one. So, until next time, take care.
Bye.